Welcome to the Redbeard Show. We are on Pot TV, the world's greatest network of cannabis television. Thank you for joining me. Vagabond Glass behind the camera, taking care of business. Thank you so much, Vagabond. Man's doing a great job editing, producing, filming. He's got it all. I want to thank my sponsors right off the top. VancouverSeedBank.ca, best place to get your seed needs taken care of. Get in touch with Vancouver Seed Bank. They got you covered. Get growing, folks. Yeah, I want to thank Kind Selections and Beard Brothers Society and Shatter Beard. These three different companies got you covered as far as your hash needs are concerned. Get in touch with them for your Canadian cannabis needs. If you're a registered patient, I want you to contact them and get ordering now, thanks. Dirty Dave, t-shirt sponsor, thank you so much, Dirty Dave, making me look handsome every day. The guy supports local artists wherever he goes, and you can too. I want you to go to CCHQ at 307 West Hastings, Mark Emery's headquarters. He's got the bomb shirts, boy, I tell ya, the bomb shirts. Thanks so much, bro. Thanks to Remo Nutrients, I got the bomb right here in my hands. Thanks, Remo. The man has won 19 or something international awards. We're losing count. Fuck, I've lost count. What can I say? Remo, thank you. My plants have never been healthier. Looks so good. My glass looks good thanks to AIM Kilns. Got an AIM kiln right here. These kilns rock, industry standard. I'm a Canadian distributor. If you need one, get in touch with me. I'll hook you up. I want to thank 12 Kings Pub for helping me keep hydrated in the shop. Got some 49th Parallel right here. Nice craft beer out of Vancouver. That's 12th Kings Pub, 12th and Kingsway. Call a cab, easy to find. All right, so fun day today, I tell you, fun day today. We've had Vagabond here, we're raging. We got Jordank here. Jordank made us a marble. Vagabond made us a head. Well, let's just take a look. I can talk all I want, but let's take a look, folks. Look at what we got here. Fucking Picasso in the kiln again. What is up with this dude? You've been taking some funny stuff, bro. Like, go right in there. Vagabond. Yep. Pretty sick. Not sure what we'll do with this yet. Holy smokes. This thing's from outer space. Eyeballs. Just kind of a massive eyeball. And then we got some line work here. This is what I'm going to put together on the show in a few minutes. We're going to add these up, some wig-wag balls. We're going to make a giant disc mouthpiece to go on top of this big head. And we're thinking maybe a big goblet foot. That sounds like a fun show. What do you think? So, as you may have noticed, we've got a new format now with Vagabond in charge of everything. It's pretty much his fucking show now. You can call the shots. Get to work. Go fuck yourself. So, this means that we are not exactly live. We're close to live, but not really live. This is, what day is today? I think it's Monday in my world. Saturday in your world, Saturday at 4 p.m. So I hope you enjoy the new format. We're trying to edit up a few things and get some close-ups and some better camera shots. So sit back, strap your seatbelt, get your helmet on, enjoy the ride. We're going to get started. So, gotta get this joint lit though. First thing, take care of head, right? Pass this to the left-hand side. All right. Well, get to work, eh? Might as well just get started. Is this a glass blowing show or a standing talking show? I think it's a glass blowing show. I used to go to these dances when I was a kid. It was called the Bedford dances because we would all go to this large building where there was people supposedly dancing, but we ended up, everyone called it the Bedford Stand and Drink because that's all anybody did. So I'm here looking at this tube here, pulling this out, but really, I don't need, well, first drop of the day. I was just about to say, I don't need that piece. I've got one handled up. So take a look. Nothing's burning, we're good. Carry on. No need to break, Vagabond. We're good. We were earlier joking around like, we should come up with some hand signs, man. If you need to like just like, hey Jordan, you want to just see how? Make sure I'm not burning anything down here. Thanks, man. We'll just keep rolling that way. It's hot as fuck there. We got some plastics and cardboard. So we were talking about hand signals earlier today. Hey man, if you think we need to like stop the film or something, just go like this, or you know, we have the usual alligator. We're gonna do a cut now, right? Anyway, I'll just laugh my ass off now, because like, what do you do when everything just smashes on the floor? Well, you give them all the signs. Hey! Oh shit. Good times, bud. Good times. Live on Pod TV is the Redbeard Show. It's the Drop It Show. Okay. I'm not gonna drop this one. I'm totally gonna wig-wag this up. So the first thing we gotta do with this is pull it out a little bit. It's too short. Come on in, big man. Let's get a little close up. I'll show you how it's done. This is a little wig-wag that we will reverse and add to two other wig-wags. First thing to do is add a punty. Punty is on. Now we're gonna heat up this little section of glass and pull it out a little bit. It's a little thick. We can pull it out some. Got John Mayer's guitar behind me happening, Dead and Company. Just loving these guys. Loving it. I missed the Chicago Dead reunion tour. But as I said to some friends, there's no fucking way these guys are gonna stop playing. I tell you. So here we are, Dead and Company's now. Stoked to see these guys someday. I of course saw Grateful Dead, I saw the Dead, I've seen Further. These guys are killing it. It's pretty great. Okay, so with the wig-wag, I'm going to start with one spiral in a, let's see, right-hand forward direction. I don't know how else to say that. A clockwise direction, that's what we say. Yeah. So, there's the spin. We just got to get the end of it. That's your termination. Adios, amigos. Easy. Yeah, man. Good work today, bro. There's Jordank heading home for the night. Yes, it is night. Vagabond, Jordank, and I have been hard at work all day on this piece. I'll show off Jordank's piece in a little bit. Made us a nice marble. I don't know if I can show off that marble, actually. We crashing that piece down now, aren't we? Ramping it down. Alright, so now we've got the two different ends spiraled, this one and this one. I'm going to go in and just give it the wig-wags. I use the bender back technique. So we get this little section hot, and then I bend her back, keep rotating simultaneously, and then bring it forward. And that gives a slight twist in each direction. Now before I go any further, I just realized I don't have my blowholes and swivel hooked up. So I'm just going to do that while I hold position. If I can find the goddamn end of the hose. We're good. Alright. Hey-ho. Okay. Now I switch to the other side of things. You do not want to go next to the wig-wag you've just done, because you may unravel that wig-wag. It only takes a second. There we go. See, that is true. Let's do it again. Bend her back. Get one spot hot. Wait a sec. You can pull out slightly. Bend it. Put it back. Now, as far as I know, Misha Whitesand named the technique. Early 2000s, we had a good thread going on talking glass. What's that? Melting glass forum. Top glass? Thank you. Melting pot. Took me a second there. That forum. Awesome resource. Still is. And back in the day, we had a great thread going about naming these techniques that we've come up with. And that's the bender back. Last one, ending in the center. Pull it out slightly, and bend it back. Not much bend needed to get it back. You just got to give it a slight twist there. So now I got to gather it up into a ball, which is not easy. Make sure you do not twist the lines. One trick is if you're ever starting to lose control, just rise above the flame. And you just like rest like right here, and then you can wait a second. Let things cool down. So we just gather it up kind of one side and the other side, and then you heat it all at once. Kind of breaks it into sections that way. Oh yeah, before I forget, we're going to give away a Redbeard t-shirt on today's show. Last week we did it in the chat room because I forgot to do it on the camera, so just wanted to say that out loud, hoping I'll remember. We'll come up with a fun trivia question in about 15 or 20 minutes. Hopefully you can win yourself a t-shirt. Vancouver Seed Bank often chimes in on the chat room giving away seeds too, so I encourage you, if you're watching this on YouTube, well, you got to get in on the live action. Saturday at 4:20. Well, it's Saturday at 4 p.m. PST. That's Pacific Standard Time. We'll just round it up to 4:20, shall we? You know, Vagabond, I'm parched, but fuck. Safety, great. Thanks to 12 King Pub. Got me my favorite beer here, Red Racer IPA. Now, in case I haven't said this yet, Vagabond and I have been working hard all day. Started this morning. It's not morning now. It's dark outside. Monday of the week. We're a few safety breaks in, I can say. But that makes life interesting and the glass more fluid, don't it? So, safety third, I always say. Let's get to work here. And if you don't like that, you can go fuck yourself, right? In case you've never heard me tell you to go fuck yourself, I would just like to take this moment to explain. I mean that in the nicest way. Go fuck yourself, I'm trying to reclaim into a beautiful statement because fucking yourself is a wonderful thing. And it should be highly encouraged. I taught my teenage boys to go fuck themselves. You should too. So, go fuck yourself. Alright, enough about that. In fact, we have a piece in mind coming up on the theme. Don't we, Vagabond? Come on, we do! We do. You don't want part of it, I know. Vagabond's come up with this arm socket joint, ball and socket So we're making a Yoda with a moving lightsaber today, which I really want to convert to something. Go fuck yourself. Holy shit. Can't wait for the gathering. Great Canadian Glass Gathering. End of June, last weekend of June. Every year. So far anyway. That's a good termination. So did you see how I did that? I pulled it off as I was twisting. Snap the line, and then just make sure you pick off any little bit that might be color on top of color when you look this way. But otherwise, you see a nice clean spiral coming up. That's a clean termination. Oh, blowholes fell out. Now, as you condense it down, you want to keep that termination pretty thin. You don't want to gather up glass on that end. And that somehow helps that termination to stay clean. Looks good. Okay, so now I'm reversing this ball. So I'm going to pop a hole exactly in the side. I'm going to pop it in this is a fade to clear tube, and it's consisting of the colors amber purple, silver strike, what is that other line I put in there? And a pinwheel of black. The other line is some kind of, it's close to amber purple. Do you remember what that was, too? Oh, persimmon strike. Yeah. Right there. Persimmon strike. Thanks, buddy. Good times here today, buddy. Good times. We're having a lot of fun. Just been a fun day all around. Oh, shit, buddy. Okay, second termination. Now notice I puntied up to that left side. I'm going to continue the spiral. You can come in close if you want, bro. Because this is pretty important. Getting this termination is not easy. And you just kind of continue that spiral off and rotate on our 90 onto that punty. And just like that. Nice and clean. Whoa! I pushed the wrong foot pedal, I guess. So, there's two different ways of doing this termination, and I like this way here. I hold this blowpipe in my hand, my left hand, my right hand. Left on your screen, right on mine. But I'm just gonna heat up this termination, and I'm gonna hold it upright and now blow like that. This is a great way of getting this termination nice and tight and getting this spherical shape. I really want this ball to get round. All right, so this is good. Let's get it on the on a handle. I'll just use that one I was just using. Yeah, I think I need to pop the side of this. I have 3 of these re-balls, as we used to call them in the 90s. Prepped up and ready to go. I'm going to stack them end to end. It was really important that I made my wigwags very shallow so that when I stack it, I've got clear on this side, my fade to clear tube, and I've got all the color is on this side. So if I hold it to the side, you can really see all the clear is to this side, the color is to this side. You follow? So now I'm going to pop a hole in the center of this persimmon strike, I think it is. And again, before I pop it, I double check it. Take a look. You can move it over slightly at this point. Okay, so now you want to grab your reamer and ream that open. And let's start connecting these balls, shall we? A little wig-wag stack. And I believe that we used to call this the tribal stack. Could be wrong on that, but either way, let's call it the tribal stack, shall we? It's gotta be 420 right now. I'm guessing. Remember, we're pre-recorded. It's actually about 11 o'clock at night right here, but I bet you it's 420 where you are. It's time to smoke it out. Got one ready right here. I never carb capped with my working piece before. That's awesome. It works great. Wow. Wow, that really works too good, baby. Aces back to back. Alright, you think it's time for a cut? Okay, I'm gonna put this in the kiln. Let me give you a close-up of Vagabond's piece, and we're gonna go for a cut. Vagabond made this earlier today. Let's have a look. Dude, that's crazy. Alright, let's cut to that clip, Vagabond. Let's show them how you made this carved headbutts. That's amazing. Hope you enjoyed that clip. That was Vagabond carving up a head. You see how he, well, he made sure some of his tools don't enter the flame, some of them can. So his carbon carver, it can enter the flame slightly. The metal carver, did you use the metal carver on that head?
A couple of times, yeah.
Metal carver does not enter the flame. He uses a cake mixer. I was gonna, yeah, let's show that off, Vagabond, because I was really amazed at how this is a really dollar store a dollar store tool. It's in the cake decorating. And then this, of course, is a little more specialized, and that's by Smith Custom Tools, it says on the handle. And yeah, just kind of a sharpened paddle. These are the tools. Check it out. So I hope you enjoyed that clip. Thanks, brother. You do amazing work. Lots of fun. We're gonna attach that. Oh, let's show it one more time now in slow. This is what it ended up being. And we've got the earring on loose. The eyeball is not moving, that's the earring. Great big still eye. Nose and kind of a thoughtful mouth, eh? He's just... Your stuff cracks me up, man. It always cracks me up. And that is... Isn't that the best response?
Definitely.
Like, I just love it when my pieces crack people up. One of the pieces we have that cracks people up is over there. We'll have to show it off later. The drunken moose driving a canoe with an angry beaver pushing him. The canoe's full of empty beer bottles. It's got a bacon outrigger. You know, every canoe should have a bacon outrigger. Anyway, love making these pieces with you, bro. So, I've got 3 different wigwag windows, balls that I'm going to join together. I did go a larger one. This is quite a bit thicker, so it's not that much smaller, but it is smaller. And then another one that's going to be smaller yet. So you don't have to, you could do the same size every time, but that's just what I happened to do today, thinking that would kind of scaling down as I go. That would look good. You know, thinking ahead, being smart. I laugh because really, we follow a strict script here. There's no winging it whatsoever. Oh, so one thing I can point out is I'm going to flare this left side open more. See how this side's bigger than that side? Well, that matters. Come on in, big one. Look at that. One side's bigger than the other. Now another thing that happens when you flare out like this ball is I have flared it so that the color is exposed. So this is, of course, a tubing colored in clear, or coated in clear. So when I flare it, I'm allowing that color to be exposed to the edge, which is like on a right angle, if you follow that physics, right? So now I've got, come on in again, please. Here we've got 2 flared out, and hopefully the color will meet the color, and the clear will meet the clear. So you do not have a clear line in between the 2 pieces. It will meet on the color. That is not easy to do. You have to try to do that. So, that's what we'll do. Let's try to do that. Oh, before we attach, take a step back here. And this is such a vital tool for wigwag, tribal stacks, attaching these pieces. The blow hose tool. So I might have to stop talking to you for a minute, or I'll accidentally blow a bubble. Here we go. Pay attention. Line up my swirls, line up my wigwags, and we'll attach it pretty quick. Now I just gotta blow it out a bit. And I still use my large flame, heating both sides of the well. So, I realized, what did I forget? Well, I forgot my earplug. These little foam earplugs are the best. You need to plug the end of this, and there's no pressure in the system. There you go. Now I can puff it out as I go. I was blowing away on my blows here and wondering, what the fuck? So I might still have a bit of a clear line there. It's hard to say that is a striking color, but I definitely kept it down to a minimum. And by keeping it thin, if there is a clear line there, you can really condense it down and it's almost invisible. So it's something to look out for. It's really tough to do straight color to color attachment when you're coated in clear. Excuse me, but that's one of the things I do. Alright, so this is the mouthpiece for this piece. I gotta tell you, when Vagabond and I were trying to plan this piece, we're like, how big should the mouthpiece be? Vagabond says big. How big? Big. 4 inches? Big. 6 inches? Big. As big as I can do, Vagabond? Is that what you're saying here? And he nods his head. Okay, well, let's just do that then. We're just gonna go really big. I summed that up to just really big. Okay, zoom out. I got a time. You ready? How fucking big? Really fucking big, Ricky. We were trying to find the right time to do that. Vagabond's been making the bubbles glasses, and boy oh boy, he's doing a wonderful job. Stay tuned for more. Oh shit. What can you do, folks? What can you do? We're here in my basement. I'm trying to make life good, fun, exciting. Hey! Time to give away a free t-shirt. What the fuck is Bubbles' real name? Actor's name, Bubbles. Trailer Smith. Get it in the chat right now. First one. Redbeard shirt. Get to work! Get to work, I say. Hey, there's another thing I can explain. I'm not just being an asshole. I like saying get to work. It just, it has more than just a meaning of get to work. I'm saying to myself, hey, I'm so lucky I get to work. I get to do this. Look what I get to do. That's my spin on the whole, hey, get to work. So I just wanted to give you a little clue there. Okay, so in the kiln. And what the fuck is Bubbles' actor's name? Hey? Okay, hold on. We gotta do it again, right? Ready? It's fucking Mike Smith, eh? Mike Smith and his kitties. Isn't it Mike Smith? Am I right? I hope I got that right. Mike Smith. That's his name. I met him in Toronto. Real nice guy. He runs a wicked network, SwearNet. And, maybe I somehow personally aspire to be on SwearNet. That would be fucking cool. Anyway, got the didymiums back on, folks. My super cool biker glasses. They make me look super cool. Like Macho Man Randy Savage cool, you know what I mean? Like, if I gotta get some, I got See if I can order those. Anyway, what are we up to here? Great big mouthpiece. Let's have a look in the film. Okay, we got 2. We just need 1 more added there. Well, look what I got here. So this is popped on the clear, joined at the color. Popped at the clear. So I gotta get this ball ready. Let's pop this one on the clear, on a punty. That'll get us going. We should probably have a dab. Safety brake. Safety brake. This is so hot we can just leave it. Hey, carb cap. Remember? Carb cap. Best thing ever. Alright. I got this dabber is more of a shovel than a dabber, but it'll work just fine for this purpose. Oh wow, that works good. You know, Redbeard pieces have smoked before you get to smoke. I'll tell you that much. So, thank you again to Earl Electric Canada and Custom Culture in London. Thank you so much for sending me this amazing unit, which just rocks my world every day. Couldn't live without my, this is a working unit that we made on a show. Tim from Kind Selections did all the prep work for that, and I'm so proud to use it. And of course my standby volcano. Hey, I have some also fun things to announce while I punty up and popped off the clear. I had to tell myself what I was doing there. Speaking of Culture Rising, got me thinking how those guys are so, well, they're so awesome just to start off, but Culture Rising in London is so keen on hosting us on our Great Canadian Glass convoy across Canada. We will be stopping in at their place in London, Ontario, and that is happening. Now, we don't have the exact date nailed down, but I'll tell you, Mrs. Beard and I are hard at work figuring out them, and we are close to announcing those. So I can't remember which week it is in the summer. I believe maybe the first week of August, I think, was the there it goes. There it goes. Let's take a cut and we'll check it out. Holy shit, it didn't even fucking break, man. Holy shit, magic of fucking television right there, boys. Alright, let's attach it all together now. Here we go. So, one, two, three wigwags being put together now. I'm just gonna grab my blowhose and swivel, plug it into that. This is the piece that caps the end. Wanna come on in and have a look? See how I match up the wigwags? Okay? Okay, let's get to work. Well, get the blowhose in your mouth or the swivel won't be any good, you know? Here we go. So now that I've got that attached, I need to ball all this up into one ball. So it's a matter of gathering. You may have noticed, or maybe you haven't, every week on my, before my show, in my preview I say, what do I say? I say gather round. And that's what I'm talking about right here. Gather round. It's live glass blowing on Hot TV. So this is the gathering round part. That's my little pun that you never got till now. But that's okay. And we're just gonna ball it up. And it's not easy. You just gotta slowly heat all of it up and squish it together. That's a technical term. Squish. Those wigwags, they were just the slightest humps, the slightest little twists. And as I blow them out, they become more pronounced into the zigzag wigwags that you see here. Now this is just a window in which you're going to go though. This is the front window. I'll take them off my hollow handle and leave it on the punchy. There we go. Pop the hole as I pulled it off. And we're just going to put this back in the kiln for a bit. The kiln's sitting at, let's see, temperature's about 1050. That's a really good temperature for glass right there. So we've got this piece ready. That's going to be the handmade female joint on top of the head. We better pull off our jumper tube, our goblet base, and I wanted to pull a little spiral for the back of the window. So those are the three things we need from this section of tubing that I pulled earlier today. Man, it might be a safety brake. We'll see. I'll get through this. I can do it. Oh, what's happening here? A little cracksy, eh? No big deal. We're at such an early stage in the building of this whole glass. That crack will get healed out. The glass still has to be liquefied and manipulated. And I'm just, well, we might as well do it now. Let's just shrink out the crack right away. So we can say, what crack? I know of no crack. Strong like old country, yes? Yes, eh? So we're just going to liquefy it right into the flame. So we need the jumper tube, the goblet foot, and I was thinking the back, a swirl on the back of the can. You know what I'm going to do, Vagabond? We are officially skipping the back of the window of the can. No, not necessary. If we have a spiral jumper tube,
Oh yeah.
I will just cut this in half. Half for the jumper tube, half for the goblet foot. And there's my V-neck tool right in front of me. And that just gives it a nice little neck down. Want to see that? Nice little neck down. So So now I just gotta pause and wait. You can blow on it. I do that often. Don't burn your beard now. And then you wiggle and snap. There it is. So, one of these in the kiln. Actually, let's put both in the kiln. I'm gonna focus on finishing the mouthpiece, and then we make the jumper, and then we'll make the goblet foot, attach it all together. I think we'll leave the female joint for now. You've seen me do that a few times on the show. Just focus on some construction. I think it's safety brake though. We got some dabs all lined up here behind me. Let me just get one of them loaded on a dab. Thanks to Kind Selections and Beard Brothers Society and Shatterbeard. These guys keep me stoked on dabs. You can be too. If you're a Canadian patient, I want you to get in touch with those guys. Get registered. Get busy. Beautiful. These guys here. Got you covered. Kind Selections. Good people. Everybody on my sponsor list is amazing people. Look at the heat shimmering that, eh? That's pretty cool. Everyone on my sponsor list is wholesome, honest people that you can trust, and I encourage you to get in touch with them. You're looking for nutrients? You can trust Remo. You're looking for a kiln? Well, you can trust AIM Kiln. I'll help you get it into the country. Old country, oh! Okay, shall we? Let's put all this together. Oh, wait, so that's what I have to do is a clear bubble. I'm missing a clear bubble, Rick. Looking for a piece of tubing here. Got lots in front of me. This one will do. Piece of, I'm not sure if that's 50 or 44, but it's a nice size, whatever it is, and I'll use it. Let's see what the, oh, that's 50 by 5. That's my fave. We'll go. Rick earlier said it. How big do you want that mouthpiece, Rick? As big as you can. Redbeard. Well, I'm down. So this glass is going to be available this weekend. We're going to be in Vancouver. You're watching this on Saturday, so we're in Vancouver. Stay tuned for later live broadcasts from the UltraHeady Symposium at CCHQ. We're going to go live from that event later tonight. Probably about 8 or 9 p.m. at the PST time. Maybe even a live stream all evening. It's up to Jeremiah, the editor, of course. Editor-in-chief. Look at that shot. I like my torch at that angle. That looks nice, eh? Okay, so here I'm going to pull a point. And it's just a matter of pulling a point. Just a one-sided point. That means I'm going to cut it. I left it very thick for this left hand. I'm going to cut it right here at this side. I often pull two-sided points, but those are usually used for goblet feet and goblet tops. I don't know why, but I like to get traditional on that stuff. It's really good. Okay, so pop the hole. Now I just gotta squat this bubble up. Someone's been leaning into the oxygen knob there. Rick, was that you? It's all your buds. That's the Delta Mag. But really the Mirage, I have to say, is more useful for most means. I do use my Delta Mag, but not super often. For a lot of gathers I do, a little bit of preheating and backheating. But the Mirage is the most versatile, I think. 80% Mirage, 100% Lynx, 20% Mag. So we're just going to gather this up and blow it into a squat bubble. So heating it up on both sides of half and then really concentrating the heat towards the middle, using the reflective heat to kind of finish the work. Just like right now, I will continue most of the heat in the middle. Nice and slow. And we'll blow that into a nice squat bubble. A little more heat to the left. And before I go much further with this, I'm going to change the pull point to a nice long 12 mil handle that I can plug my blows and swivel into. Got one. Let's just see how it looks. Clean the end off it like that. Well, my flare folded a little, but it'll be okay. I'll just melt it down as I attach it and like that is what I meant. Oh, I see some scratch marks here from me carelessly trying to break the end off, so I'll just melt them in. I don't want any fracture marks. Try to keep that straight. Alright. This punty off and let's grab those wigwag tribal stack 3-bubble business and get it on here. You know what we call this? A bitch window. There we go. I don't have my blows and swivel attached. I don't know why, because I wasn't thinking of it. Just peel off the tall side of things. Flare it out with these handy tools here. These tools are made of carbon and graphite. Same thing really, either way. And they don't stick to the glass. They withstand high temperatures. Some graphite's better than others. Some of this graphite's pretty grainy, but it's still pretty quality. Well, hopefully so. We'll see how long it lasts. Stoked to find out. I'll report on it. Boy, oh boy, these tools are pretty awesome, but I'll tell you either way if they break down in a month. Alright, I'm just teasing the big man. Smith Custom Tools, thanks so much for sending me those tools, bro. Okay, So I got this big bubble ready. Gonna get ready with my blows and swivel, guys. Hands are gonna be busy. Better wet my palette. Now I'm ready. So, 3 bubble wigwag. It looks pretty great. Let me dust it off on my Kevlar pad. Pretty great timing, little terrapin station in the back with Dead & Company, eh? This is their December 31st show, so New Year's Eve. Pretty great. I'm just gonna flare this open just a little. Okay, so notice the bubbles just about as wide as the frickin' bitch window here, so I better, we better crank it wide. You ready? I'm ready. You ready, Vagabond? Could be a big fucking mouthpiece, buddy. You ordered a big fucking mouthpiece, right? So, a big fucking mouthpiece you get, my friend. I want to point out that it got really thin there for a second, so I made sure I turned really slowly and just let the heat shrink the glass down and sink into the glass. Condense my clear bubble a little bit more because a lot of color going in there. Condense my clear bubble. Sorry. Language. Arr. I'm going to pause in a second and we're going to explain something. And it's 30 more seconds and I'll tell you what the fuck I'm thinking about. No bitch windows. How the fuck? What? What do you mean? What? What? Bitch windows. Whoa. That's fun. We're good. I lost my punchy there. Okay, so I want to point out when I'm shrinking in a bitch window. Come on in, Rick. What I want to point out is, that's good there probably. I want to point out how much wider the clear is than the window that I need to shrink into the clear. This must be wider than this. There's the physics. I'm not going to explain why. So now it can shrink into the face of this. Do you follow? So if I just show you how, I won't have to explain it, right? That I can't explain. Magic. It's fucking magic. Watch this. I'm a fucking magician. Here we go. Not a comedian. I'm a fucking magician. I swear to God. You win some, you lose some, right? Like, it's luck of the draw. You're on live camera. We'll try not to drop any pieces. If we do, they'll bounce like the last time, right, Rick? Oh, she's thin, so I gotta be careful. See how I dance there? You might not want to come too close. I might have to do some dancing. But it's looking pretty good. It's a little thin at the very last section, the wag, so I have to be very careful and just kind of, I got my glass on a slight angle. I'll focus my heat on the front of it, in the first two sections of the window, letting the reflected heat, the radiant heat, hit that third section, the one that go spread out the furthest because it's the furthest in. That's why it was huge, and that's why I used it there. We're getting there, and I just want to melt it in flat. And I'm going for it. I'm going to explain the trick I was just doing in a second. I got my mouthpiece in my mouth. I'm blowing around the mouthpiece. My mouth is actually open, yet exhaling around the mouthpiece, giving it minimal pressure. And then I concentrate on that very, very thin spot, which isn't super thin, but still. You have to be careful when you inhale, you open your mouth wide. So now that'll shrink in, that's beautiful. You want to take a look? Okay. Get to work. We gotta melt it in. And really a Mirage is our best torch for this. The mag's too wide. I just need to focus in right behind the window towards the high side of the clear bubble. And we're just trying to melt that window down and in. And so my angle is slightly angled this way, gathering the glass. Oh, let's bring the mag in. Go big or go home, eh, folks? Vagabond, you wanted a big mouthpiece. I got you a big mouthpiece. 6 inches? Give me 7. Oh, maybe it's 8. That's pretty big. Alright, let's get it on a handle. Wow. Happy with that. Happy with that. Gonna line them up right like that. Good. Polish off my marker pad here and we'll go down and give this thing a proper plant. Got myself a nice little stamper. Really, I'm not using it. And actually, you know what I'll do? I'll stay up in front of my face. I won't be going down. It's a little easier. I don't have to go down. I got this handy dandy tool. One. And really that was easiest for me. I'll do another. And one more to do. It's a little lopsided, I see that. I know, you were thinking that. Redbeard is crooked. I know it's crooked. I saw that. I'm not crooked, that thing's crooked. I'm not straight, but that thing's fucking not straight either. So, hey, here we go. One more time. And next time we're going down here. We're going down. We're going down, down, down. I'm going down, 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 down. Bruce Springsteen, eh? Here we go. That's almost got her. I'm going to do it one more time. That's a lot of glass. Wow. It's heavy, Rick. That's a big mouthpiece, bud. You asked for it. That's all I got to say. Live on Pod TV, that man asked for it. He got it. I delivered, and it's really not my fault for whatever happens after this. For the base is going to be a little smaller, so we're going to put horns or a great big goblet foot. on the bottom of this. Okay, I'm going down for another squash. And about 3, 2, 1. Pretty close. Not quite there yet. Sorry. I wish I was faster myself. I'm running out of propane, bro.
Are you?
Yeah. That's what's happening. I'll just polish off here. So we can do a cut, and then we'll change propanes. And then we'll be right back with you. Because, hey, this is pretty much there. Just gonna flatten it one more time. So, hey, Vagabond. Heyo, how about that? Day 2 of this episode. It's a bright new day. Sun's shining. A little hungover this morning, but we're doing well. Got Vagabond here still behind the camera. So it kind of feels like a whole nother show to me, but really, we're just still trucking on old episode 103, I think. So anyway, safety break, time for a dab. It being a whole new day, I got myself some new mail. Check this out, I'll put it on my white background here. Got me some kind selections. Look at that, beautiful stuff. So this is the Nukin Chemo Kush Pulse Snap. So a pulse snap just kind of refers to its texture. You can just pull and snap. So, let's have a nice dab of this, shall we? Cheers. That is delicious. I got my Earl Electric set at about 640. Really nice hits. Thanks again, Culture Rising, for sending me that Earl Electric nail. Alright, so let's get to work. We've got some fun pieces in the kiln. Let's get to work on this. So you saw me already build the mouthpiece. Here, let's show that for a moment. And here's the head that Rick worked on. So this is the giant mouthpiece. Pretty giant. And then it's going just above the head, like something like that. Oh, I guess it's this way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it'll look like that. Pretty sick. So before we get that all attached, we've got to get this clear jumper tube onto this piece here. So that's what I've got ready, just this clear jumper tube. So let's get my blowhose and swivel on this. Alright, I think I am ready. Well, gotta make sure they're both about the same size, hole, and all that. That disc is insane. This disc is so I'll just plug that with my with a tiny rod. I just want to get it in the right position, and I can see I'm a little bit off, so I'm just heating it up at the attachment, and I can pull it this way a bit. There, now it looks off right now, but once I melt it in, that'll be perfect. I want it centered on the disc, so I can pull it over a bit there. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Let's get it braced up. Where do I brace to, boys? I just hate bracing to look up. I never know what else to do. I could just brace to the side of my can there. That's all good. I don't want to lose my shape of my can, but I think dropping it on the table loses a little more shape, so you go with that. not quite what I wanted, so I'll just kind of push it into place with my ring right here. There she is. There she is. I think that's good. I went to a bushy flame just in case I was taking a little too long here. Certainly don't want to crack this piece. I'm just going to get my little rod ready so I can add. I can see that I just barely left the tiniest spot there open, so I'll just seal that up like that. No problem. Okay, so now we just got to work in the weld nicely. There's a couple little lumps and bumps and ridges that we have to work smooth, and that's what you should always look for around a weld. Is the weld smooth? Does it look just like a flowing from one to the other? And that's what we try to do. I'm glad I braced it, that's for sure. I gotta shorten this hose up sometime. It gets caught on everything. So just gotta work my way around this weld slowly. Almost there, just had to puff it up into shape. I almost got her. That looks great. So I just got one little spot here, and I got a spot on the back. Just heating up this little ridge that I can see in the glass. It's just like a difference of thickness. The glass goes like that, a little ridge. So by heating it up, glass gets liquid and just flows. That ridge just smooths out into a bump, and then you smooth the bump into a plane, and it's just all smooth as can be. Okay, so there we have it. Now it's smooth, so now I just gotta puff it back out to the shape I wanted. There it is. Okay, that'll do it. So I won't take the brace off yet, we'll get it in the kiln. Right on, so that needs just a few minutes in the kiln. Check this out. One great big dab. What's this one called again? Oh, I got it upside down. Harmony pull snap. One great big dab. Going in my lungs. Safety brake. There you go. this little piece of color up. I should tell you about our music we're listening to. This is Mud Sharks 3. My friend Doug is the drummer. These guys are in the Lower Mainland. Yeah, Mud Sharks. There they are. Mud Sharks 3. What's his album title?
The horse you rode in on.
The Horse You Rode It On. Go fuck yourself, hey? Wow. I'm feeling medicated now. This is, of course, legal prescription medicine. I should be giving that disclaimer when I dab. Know your limit and stay within it. So, got it nice and hot. Now I need to give her a twist. I'm gonna get right up to this mouthpiece here. Or right up to my blow tube, I'm saying. Squeaky blow tube, yeah. I'm getting old. Those are my elbows. Those are my fingertips. I've been turning glass for 18 years now.
Just need a bit more oil there, Redbeard.
I just took a whole bunch of oil. I think I'm good. Holy smokes. I am really good. Alright, now we just need this to be a squat little bubble. I think that sounds a little bit like Bob Ross, eh? We can just make a nice squat little bubble. And we stick it to another nice squat little bubble.
Happy little bubble.
Happy little bubble. Yeah, I'm just gonna do the termination now. Looks good. Looks good. So, now, woohoo, I got my sinuses running. Punked up. Maybe we'll just round the end of that off, kind of round that nipple off. I like nipples, but I just don't need one right there. All right. There we go. I'm gonna punt you up, and this ball is gonna get inserted inside of a clear ball. Kind of like a bitch window, eh? I just need to clean up this side. I'm gonna pop it. It's called the bubble trash method of cutting it in half. Just heat it up where you want it to come off, and we blow it thin. Very thin. Like so. I'll just grab my shears and give it a quick snip while it's warm and get that a nice even edge. Just cut off that high side.
Still blows my mind how you can cut glass.
Yeah, it's wild, eh?
Yeah. Every time I see that, I'm like, what? It's gonna cut this glass off.
Right of that. And finish my rotation. There. So just kind of heat this up a bit, smooth it out. Hole's good. Let's set this in the kiln and I'll get my clear bubble ready. And I've pulled that point already. It's about, what is that? About 4 inches of 44 millimeter tubing, heavy wall, which is about 3 millimeter thick. So what I'm going to do with this is make it a squat little bubble. A happy squat little bubble. And this will just take a second or 3. Just mostly going to focus my heat into the center of this bubble.
Where did you learn to do goblet glass?
Robert Mickelson. I took a course with Robert Mickelson there in Vancouver Island through Fatty Glass. It was a great experience. Yeah, I highly encourage you all to, if you're interested in glass blowing, take a look around for courses available. They are out there. Not always easy to find, but lessons and such. I offer lessons, not very regularly. Those that inquire get lessons. So a nice even heat is just so important for a goblet feet or for any kind of vessel wear. That looks good. Okay. You know what I'm realizing is I'm gonna need a longer I guess I'll be removing that and flaring it. Oh, okay. I'll leave it for now. I was examining my my pulled handle on this side, and I decided to just go for it. Old school styles. We won't be needing this. So just got to round up this hole here and get it approximately the same as the other one. That's about right there. Okay, let's add that clear to the color. Let's add our happy little bubbles together. And this will be the goblet foot. Alright, so getting both sides hot. Now I can speed up my right hand by flinging it like this and opening that hole more. Or turn it slowly and put it on an angle to make it close. Angle up. There we go. Just add those two together. Nice gentle touch too. Don't slam them together. You don't want to get it too thick a ridge or anything like that. It should just flow together. And now I'm just turning it back and forth. Notice I don't really go in one direction for too long. Usually about a few rotations each way. Alright, so I'm just kind of slowly pushing my hands towards each other. Now I'll give it a little puff as well. So now I'm going to focus the heat kind of more on the clear and add, just kind of push my hands together more, just kind of adding that bubble on the color bubble to it now. Just kind of squishing it in, allowing it to become one gather. Okay, so now that the clear is much wider than that color bubble, I'm going to take off my solid handle here, my punty. I'm just going to allow that side to shrink in, collapse in, and be kind of more of a flat side. That's how you get it to be more of a flat goblet foot. Much it. Make sure it's centered. Now you want it to be slightly concave, slightly curved this way. And you can think about, let's say you're drinking red wine in your nice dirty Dave white shirt, and this is the top of your goblet foot with the color. You don't want that to be concave. That'll catch some dribble of wine when you drink, and then you tip up and it'll go right on your shirt. So there's a little goblet foot tip. Alright, long punty. Long punty. You need a long punty, don't forget that. You will burn your knuckles. Okay, so now this punty can go on hot, permanent style, because I'm going to be adding the piece from there, the stem. So I'm just really going to gather on a little bit of this clear. Also note I picked, it's a 7mm handle, I think. It's a little small for the size and the weight of this piece. I'm going to make sure it's on there good. But also because it's small, I'll be able to have a little better control. It's a little easier to turn. Certainly can turn faster with a smaller diameter. The gear ratio is better too, you know what I mean? Alright, so that's good there. So now I'm just going to let it harden up on a really true axis. Really want this to be straight. And just by pulling my hands slightly apart and just kind of judging where it's at, that's how I do that. It's kind of second nature now. Okay, so I'm going to bubble trash it, just kind of here on the hollow handle. We'll pull that right off. Popped itself. That's unfortunate. A little flip of glass went inside a little bit. That happens sometimes. I usually don't allow it to pop itself. I usually go in and pop it with just a piece of rod. So I'm just waiting a second, and I'm gonna see if I can just tweezer that off, or if it's really melted in there. Yeah, she's pretty melted in there. So that's unfortunate. We'll just cut that whole thing off. I can try to pick it out with a little punty first, I guess. Get most of it off. There we go. I'm still gonna have to scissor it down more. Okay, so not much has to come off here. Excess. I've got just about a third of it left to do. So cutting edge are the shears I use. Very high quality. I've got two different pairs, two different tips. I prefer those. These are really good as well. Both by cutting edge. When it comes to shears, I just can't say it enough. Get the good ones if you can. The cheap ones, they work okay, really shittily, really. They always leave a huge scum, and they're just flimsy and get hot quick, and I just tell you, one of these fellas in the room, I've tried to borrow his shears a couple times, but every time I'm like, fuck, I throw it back on your bench, eh, Vagabond? Okay, so that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and flare that. That's round enough. So I gotta hold it in this hand, but I don't think you'll miss any action being in that position. So, tools for the job. You could be using your goblet jacks. I've got a set of these here. I'll keep them handy, but most often I don't even use them. They're good to have for a little paddle down. There's a no ring button on that. You can hit it. So I'm phoning. Okay, so just gonna need a little bit of heat now. So nice even turning to ensure an even coat of heat. I'll just use my big match. Alright, so the first step to this process is to open it up enough for it to be like a small jar. And notice I haven't used any tools yet, just kind of gravity and my force of turning. See how it's almost straight now? So here's where I'll just use my paddle a little just to ease the wall where I want it. Okay, now here's where I need to heat up this whole wall here and flare out. So I'm going to have to switch to this side again. That's my comfortable side. So it's a matter of having a nice even heat on this now. And I am going to do a little marver here to bring this lip down a little where I want it. So it's not quite as squat as I would have wanted, which means I need to heat up more wall. But luckily, I got the torch for it. So I'm definitely trying to keep most of the heat on the edge. Hot as hell. Hot as hell. There we go. That'll do her. A little bit of heat left, we'll bring it down just a hair so it doesn't catch red wine or bong water. And the last step we'll do is just a quick light touch down, ensuring that it's set all the way around on the edge. That looks pretty good. Let's see. That works pretty good.
It's like the size of a small plate.
It is. It's bigger than a lunch plate.
It matches the big mouthpiece.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I gotta start making my own dishes for the kitchen. Been saying that for about a dozen years or more, I guess. There you are. Well, let's get this in the kiln. Good thing I got a claw grabber big enough to grab it, eh? A massive claw grabber. Oh yeah, no problem. Okay, so in the kiln, this is going to get attached to the bottom of the dude. All right, well, we're over here at the kiln. Let's have a kiln shot for a minute, shall we? Let's see what this bad boy's going to look like. All right, so actually, I think I'll just set this down for a sec. This large mouthpiece is going to go on this guy's back of his head like this. Follow? And then underneath that, if you can visualize it here, I think I'll pull the foot out. Just need to visualize this, you know? We'll set it right here on my pad. So can you, or I'll set it on the brick, that might be easier to see, eh? So if you can see, it'll be just like that guy on there, on there, on there. All upright. That's a huge base. That thing is awesome. Something like that. So we've decided that we're out of time for today's show. We've got lots to do. We got to get to work. Vagabond's been behind the camera. He's been behind the torch. Guys worked bone thin, I tell ya. Anyway, we've had a lot of fun, but we've got to get this finished. We're gonna try to get it done, and now we'll show you. We'll try to get to a clip of some still shots of the finished piece. We've got to get ready for the Heady Symposium, which is coming up next weekend in Vancouver. Today on the show, you're watching it. So head down to CCHQ if you're in Vancouver. Come meet dozens of glass blowers. I should have had the list here. It's a very long list. I would have added a whole half hour to the show probably. But and then the following weekend we are headed to Vegas. So Vagabond and I are going to put a good show in the can between now and then, and then we're going to get a lot of clips while we're down there. I'm really excited about the interviews and all the glass we'll check out. So stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching the Redbeard Show on Pot TV. Thank you so much, Vagabond, for all your work doing up the show. So nice, and thanks again to my sponsors. I really appreciate your support. Have a great day. We'll see you next week.